Hello everybody, you are watching the channel Learn to Earn for Life.
Let us have an introduction about the domestic wiring. A network of wires drawn connecting the meter board to the various energy consuming loads such as lamps, fans, motors, etc. through control and protective devices for efficient distribution of power is known as electrical wiring. Electrical wiring done in residential and commercial buildings to provide power for lights, fans, pumps and other domestic appliances is known as domestic wiring. Let us go through the factors affecting the choice of wiring system. The choice of wiring system for a particular installation depends on technical factors and economic viability. The first factor is durability. Type of wiring selected should conform to standard specifications so that it is durable, that is, without being affected by the weather conditions, fumes, etc. The second factor is safety. The wiring must provide safety against leakage, shock and fire hazards for the operating personnel. Appearance. Electrical wiring should give an aesthetic appeal to the interiors. Appearance should be good. Cost. It should not be prohibitively expensive. Okay, the cost of the wiring should not be expensive. Accessibility. The switches and plug points provided should be easily accessible. The switches and plug points should be accessible to the operating personnel. There must be provision for further extension of the wiring system if necessary. So for the future necessary, there should be an extension provision should be given. Maintenance cost. The maintenance cost should be minimum. There should not be the maintenance for the wiring system. It should be minimal. Mechanical safety. The wiring must be protected against any mechanical damage. Let us go through feeders, distributors and service mains. What is a feeder? A feeder is a conductor which connects the substation or local generating station to area where the power is distributed. Generally, no tapping are taken from the feeder so that the current remains same throughout. The main consideration in the design of feeder is current carrying capacity. So while designing the feeder, the consideration is the current carrying capacity. Let us go through distributor. A distributor is a conductor from which tapping are taken for supply to the consumer. While designing the distributor, voltage drop along its length is the main consideration is to be taken. Next is the service mains. The small cables, these are the small cables used between the distribution stations and consumer premises. So this is the primary distribution system. You can observe the primary distribution system over here. So these are the feeders. This is the main feeder. This is the lateral feeder. These are the distribution transformers. All are the distribution transformers. These all are the distribution transformers. This is the sub feeder. So this overall constitutes the primary distribution system. The secondary distribution system will be having this diagram. This is the distribution transformer. This is the line which is coming from the substation at 11 kilovolt. So the rating of this distribution transformer is 11 kilovolt slash 400 volts. So this is the distributor. This is the distributor, and these are the service mains which are given to the consumers, and this is the 400 kV bus, 3-phase 400 volts. Let us go through the different types of service mains. There are two types of service mains. One is the overhead service main and another is the underground service main. First we will go through the overhead service main. You can observe the diagram here. So this is the RCC pole. This is the supporting wire for the RCC pole. This is the pin insulator. This is the brake insulator for the wire to be taken. These are the fuse cutouts. This is the GI pipe at the house. And these are the saddles. This is the meter board at the house. This is the stay wire supporting for the service main at the house side. So this is how an overhead service mains is carried. You can observe here there are neutral and phase which are taken to the house. Let us go through the underground service connection. So underground service connection, having the main thing is the cable is carried via ground. The cable is carried via ground through sand, cement concrete and brick arrangement at the ground level. These are the clamps for GI pipes. Here, this is the meter board at the house. So in underground system or the underground cable service connection, the cable is carried through the ground. So this is the difference between the overhead service connection and the underground service connection. Let us go through a typical house wiring system. So here, these are the supply mains. These are the supply mains. The supply is brought to local distribution stations from the generating stations where its voltage level is reduced to 400 volts between the lines and 230 volts between line and the neutral. The small cables which are used between the distribution stations and consumer premises are called as service mains. The supply is given first to the meter board. So you can observe the meter board here, which consists of energy meter, service cable, ceiling end box, bus bar arrangement, service fuse and neutral link. All this is the property of the supply company. So this entire is the property of the supply company, and its installation and maintenance is the sole responsibility of supply company. From meter board, The supply is taken to the main switch. It is taken to the main switch. Main switchboard, where consumer's fuse is installed along with the main switch. Here the main switch is ICDP. ICDP main switch, ironclad double pole main switch. For earthing is also provided at this main switch. So this is the main switch arrangement. This is the main switch arrangement which is shown here. Then the supply is taken or given to the main distribution board. This is the main distribution board at the house, from where it is given to the number of different sub-circuits. You can observe it is given to the number of different sub-circuits, sub-circuit 1 and sub-circuit 2 of the house. Many sub-circuits can be formed at the house. Nowadays, instead of fuse, miniature circuit breakers, that are MCB, are used frequently. The various loads such as fans, tube lights and other electric appliances are connected in parallel across the sub-circuits. We need to know that all the appliances are connected in parallel. The 3-pin 5 ampere outlets are used for all light and fan sub-circuits, while the 3-pin 15 ampere socket outlets are used for all the power circuits at the house, which are used to provide supply to the loads like mixtures, electric ovens, refrigerators, etc. Thus, the domestic wiring installation consists of distribution of electrical energy from the meter board to the various sub-circuits connected to the electrical appliances through protective devices and network of wires. Thank you for watching this video.